What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to check out kind of like the final battles here for the Evolution Cup. I know it has been a long week. It's felt like a month because it has only involved Vigoroth. Vigoroth has been on every team, but that's for good reason. We all had it already, and it's really strong in this cup. But today we have a submission from, I'm just going to guess, Elizabeth Salander. There's a lot of vowels missing here. I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, but we got Alolan Graveler, Vigoroth, and Golbat looking to be a pretty strong team. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and let's get into it. All right, getting into the first battle here, we have Graveler on the lead versus Dusclops. Okay, I'm actually curious to see how much damage Volt Switch and Stone Edge do. It's looking like Volt Switch is actually doing a decent chunk right here. And with the typing as well, they don't really have to worry about return. But they do see the Ice Punch group through. Yeah, not too much damage. So Stone Edge right here might actually put a lot of shield pressure on the Dusclops. I don't think it'll one-shot, not even close. But two of them should be enough. Maybe even a Stone Edge and a Rock Blast might be enough here to take out the Dusclops. So here comes the Stone Edge. It does get the first shield, so they're going to go ahead and go for another one right away, and they do get it. Can the Alolan Graveler actually one-shot the Dusclops? I don't think so, but this is going to be close. That's actually pretty close, and they swap into Vigoroth now to catch the charge move as well because it was a delayed CMP ties. We do see the Ice Punch thrown out and a Vigoroth Mirror. Now, this is kind of like one of the cardinal sins. I learned it in 2019 in the Jungle Cup for all my OGs out there. But going into the Vigoroth Mirror is never a good idea. I know they are ahead on health, but this Vigoroth is ahead on energy, which always can be very tough because Vigoroth in the mirror fight it's asking for trouble when you come into the mirror fight. So let's see how this plays out. Yeah, this is going to be close. They might, because they snuck through the fast move, they could have taken Switch right there, but they're going to go ahead and let it go through and look to come in and farm down with Golbat. They did get a shield as well, which is really nice because Dusclops is relatively low. Golbat can fully farm down, and we do see a swap out into Celio. So Celio is now locked in. They're deciding to go for the Poison Fang right here. Interesting not going for the Shadow Ball. But granted, they're going to go ahead and swap into the Alolan Graveler now to catch the charge move. I think they were hoping to be able to go for double Poison Fangs in order to take it out, and they did catch a charge move there as well. But here comes another Body Slam. They're going to be forced to shield. And let's see if this Golbat can pull it off. Switch Clock is close to coming back up. Remember, this Celio got Switch locked in. So actually, I don't think it's up. And they will be able to get to one more Poison Fang. This should be enough damage to take out the Celio, which it is. And the final two Pokemon are really low. The Dusclops is going to come in. They're going to go ahead and throw the next Poison Fang. And then Vigoroth is relatively low as well. But I don't know how much energy it has. Let's see if it... No, it's extremely low. It's going to get taken out in one fast move. That's going to be a good first game. So relatively smooth right there in game one. I think just the Stone Edge raw neutral damage is very threatening in this meta as well. These Volt Switches here against Haunter are chunking. You don't even have to throw Stone Edge. Rock Blast should do enough neutral damage to take it out. So they're going to go ahead and shield the Shadow Punch. They're going to load up on energy, and they need to go for Rock... They're going to have to shield twice. Yeah. So the Volt Switch fast move is such a lengthy one that Haunter's able to get multiple Shadow Claws through, so they do no-shield that Shadow Punch. They survive, and because it was a CMP tie, this means the Haunter didn't sneak through a fast move, so they should be able to get to 2 off, but they're going to swap into Vigoroth instead, and the Haunter's loading up on energy now. You got a question, does it have Sludge Bomb? Most of them do have Ice Punch for the coverage in this meta, which this one does, but Sludge Bomb should always be very worrisome for that heavy neutral damage against normal types, but they're going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam now to take out the Haunter, and let's see what decides to come in. Another Vigoroth Mirror. It happens all the time. I said this at the beginning of the video. You know, I think because we all playing in this have Vigoroth, maybe not all of us, I can't say that with certainty, but a vast majority of us already have Vigoroth, a vast majority of us already have Golbat, we have Haunter, we have Dragonair, that being able to do this meta without investing in new Pokemon is really ideal for gaining a little bit of rating, so it makes sense why the meta has been so dense this last week, but thankfully we got a rotation tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and see a Body Slam come through. The Golbat is going to let it go, and they do get to a second one in time, so they're going to go ahead and shield and look to farm down. There's still a Haunter Not the Haunter to be worried about, sorry, a third Pokemon, which is in fact going to be Celio now. They're going to go ahead and go for another Poison Fang here, but this time I think they do have loaded energy on the Alolan Graveler. So they're going to swap, they do, yeah, they do have a Rock Blast here for super effective damage. Is this going to be enough with the Poison Fang debuff to one-shot? No, it is not enough. Celio hangs on, but Volt Switch, they simultaneously KO, and Vigoroth will go down to Wing Attack, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. All right, moving into the next one. We have Graveler on the lead versus Celio. Okay, so pretty nice lead matchup here with the movesets and typings, and the Celio is deciding to stay in. That is definitely going to be trouble. Now, they got to watch out for Water Pulse. They're going to go ahead and shield. Celio does have access to Water Pulse, and it was just going to be an Aurora Beam, which is fine. We will see a swap out into Dragonair, so they're going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge. Because they just shielded themselves, they really want to get a shield back, and this Stone Edge will do so much damage. They do get the shield. They're going to load up a little bit, and they're going to go for a Rock Blast now for chip damage. And they still have a good answer in the back for Celio with their own Vigoroth as well. They're deciding to come in with the Vigoroth now as they are ahead 1-0 shields, but Dragonair, being a little bit ahead on energy here, is going to be able to get off probably 2 Aqua Tails, or Body Slams. They're going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam instead. Now, Vigoroth is having to throw, but I think Dragonair can hold on. It might just force the final shield now from Vigoroth. Nope, Dragonair does go down. That was just enough energy, and there is another Vigoroth in the back. I said this at the beginning. We're going to see Vigoroth on every single team. It's just that good. But Body Slam, some really nice chip damage right there, and this should be a good game as Golbat can easily come in, take down Vigoroth, and we have a Alolan Graveler for the Celio. And that is going to be a good game, very well played. They're going to go ahead and let them throw the Body Slam right here, anticipating them potentially wanting to swap to catch the charge move. So let's see. Yeah, there's the swap. They're going to actually just going to go ahead and go straight for the Shadow Ball. That is a good call right here on the Golbat, securing the KO here against Celio, and then going to close it out now against Vigoroth as they do have a shield, so they can stop this Body Slam right here and farm down with Wing Attack. So really smooth, consistent gameplay right here. But what I like with... Oh, they're going to decide to swap into the Graveler and farm down. What I like with Alolan Graveler, and I've used it a lot before, is the shield pressure it can put down in neutral matchups or hard winning some of these matchups like Golbat, for example. So this is going to be pretty good. We're going to see a swap out right away into Porygon 2. Very interesting. So based off of the top right, when you see the normal typing, you always basically assume it's going to be Vigoroth, so you never want to come into the mirror, which is why we saw Golbat come in. It does pretty well, right? But in this case here, against Porygon, they might be forced to shield the potential Tri-Attack Zap Cannons because of how much damage they can do, and Wing Attack is not doing super effective damage. So this is going to be pretty tough. I could see Porygon 2 actually flipping this. It does so much damage! I told you, I think it could flip this game because Tri-Attack is such a powerful, low energy cost move. That is just, oh man, Porygon 2 just turned up and took out that Golbat. But they can come in with the Alolan Graveler right here and farm down, get a decent amount of energy. Yeah, 2 Volt Switches is pretty nice, and no shielding is a good call right here as well. But it all depends on what they have in the back. My guess is going to be Vigoroth. Yeah, it's going to be a Vigoroth. So they will be able to get to this Stone Edge now, which can apply some shield pressure here in this matchup, but let's see if they get it. Yeah, they do get the shield, so they're going to swap right away into the mirror fight, and we do see Golbat now come out. So this is actually, this could be ideal here, right? If you're lining things up, Body Slam's going to chunk Golbat, and then you could farm down with Alolan Graveler and have a lot of energy for the Vigoroth in the back. So let's see if they can pull this off. They're going to go ahead and no-shield the Poison Fang, and it all depends. See, this is tough. Like, you really don't... You want to come out of here with a lot of energy, but, oh my goodness, this is a tough call because Body Slam is going to near take out the Golbat, and they do get to another charge move. They're going to decide to shield. Okay, so they're going to invest in Vigoroth to try to close this game out. Switch Clock is coming back up, so they're going to try to farm down now, have a Body Slam ready to go, and let's see if they can pull this off. They're going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam now, and they're going to have to fast swap into a Alolan Graveler to try and desperately get to a Rock Blast if they can get to it. There's 1, there's 2, can get the Rock Blast. No, this is going to be a Body Slam, I believe, and this is probably going to be enough damage to take it out. Yes, it is right there. So that's going to be a good game, unfortunately. But you're in one of those situations where ideally, right, you want to win. You want to beat the Golbat on the other side. But by doing so, you lose the game because you need that energy on Alolan Graveler to one-shot the Vigoroth. But either way, good game. We do see a swap out now into Zweilos from the... Oh, and they're bringing in the Vigoroth now. This is a great setup for them because they can put a lot of pressure, shield pressure, on Haunter as well. Even with Body Slam, even though it is resisted, it still does a decent chunk. So they did shield a Dark Pulse there as well, which is pretty huge in terms of energy. And they're going to go ahead and go for a Body Slam. If Zweilos decides to no-shield this, yep, they can farm down and have some energy and a decent amount of health as well for this Haunter, which means they should be able to get to a Bulldoze in time. Yeah, here it comes. Now, they're going to go for the Body Slam shield bait. Let's see if Haunter falls for it right here, putting up a shield, fearing the Bulldoze. They do, so they do get a shield right there. That's pretty huge. And the Haunter now is loaded on energy, and they're very close. They are at a Bulldoze now. If they decide to shield, they should be able to get it. But they're going to no-shield the Ice Punch, and nope, they do go down. So we do see the Graveler come in. We do see a Vigoroth come in, and they're going to go ahead and go for Stone Edge. This is what I was talking about. This raw neutral damage now is very, very threatening here. And look at how much damage that is. That's beautiful. They can come in with Golbat now, fully farmed down, and take out the Haunter easily because of the Poison Fang debuffs they'll be able to apply, the Wing Attack damage, and Alolan Graveler's Volt Switch. So that's looking to be a good game. They're just going to go ahead and go for the Poison Fang right away, which is definitely the best call in this situation as it will apply that debuff. Even though Haunter decides to no-shield, Wing Attack is how you're going to be taking this thing out. Now, Haunter decided to throw energy, which is fine. They're going to go ahead and let this go, and then come in with a Alolan Graveler and Volt Switch down. Yeah, 2 Volt Switches should be enough as they can safely shield this next charge move and close this game out. So really nice set right here. Very strong, consistent team with Vigoroth and Golbat, which you guys probably already have, and a lot of you probably have the Alolan Graveler as well. So good game, very well played. What happened to the video? Oh, there we go. Okay. It was just slightly delayed right there. So cool. Really solid set. Looking like they were in the veteran range. So 4-1 right there. Not too bad. Alolan Graveler, Vigoroth, and Golbat. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles. Again, huge shout out to Elizabeth Solander for sharing this with us. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.